Hey there, Dodgers fans. Today we got some incredibly hot news coming out of Los Angeles. And trust me, this is the kind of baseball buzz that you do not want to miss. The offseason is heating up, and the Dodgers are at the center of a whirlwind of activity that could completely reshape their roster in the coming months. It all starts with a trade rumor that has the entire baseball world talking, and it involves one of the true stars of the team. We're talking about the player who has consistently delivered in clutch moments, the kind of talent that can swing a game with one swing of the bat. The whispers around Major League Baseball have intensified, and multiple sources suggest that the Royals might be stepping up as a serious contender to make a move for this superstar, potentially creating one of the biggest trades we've seen in years. Now, while the idea of parting ways with such a critical player might send chills down the spine of any Dodgers fan, the organization itself has been careful with its messaging. Team leadership has made it clear that while conversations happen and trades are always part of the business, letting this particular talent go would not be an easy decision. In fact, from what has been shared publicly, the Dodgers are not actively looking to move him. But here's the twist. Just because a team says something publicly doesn't mean the trade market doesn't exist. Rumors continue to swirl, and there's a clear understanding that in baseball, anything is possible if the price is right. The value of this player, both in terms of power at the plate and defensive contributions in the outfield, makes him one of the most significant pieces the Dodgers have. Replacing him is no small feat, and any team hoping to engage in trade talks will need to offer something substantial in return. Looking back at his track record, this superstar has been a consistent contributor. Over the past several seasons, his batting averages may have fluctuated, but his ability to perform when it matters most has never been in question. In high-pressure moments, whether it's a late-inning at-bat or a pivotal home run opportunity, he has proven to be reliable time and again. Even in seasons where the numbers might not have reflected his full capability, he has shown the knack for delivering at key moments, maintaining a presence that any winning team would covet. The Dodgers recognize this, and that is why there is such careful consideration in evaluating any potential trade scenario. At the same time, there's ongoing discussion about his future role on the team. While primarily positioned in right field, conversations have been floating about a potential move to left field, which could have strategic implications for both the lineup and defensive alignment. Shifts like this aren't unusual in baseball, but they do add layers of complexity when considering trades. For the Dodgers, the goal is always to balance the roster, maintain depth, and ensure that any moves do not disrupt the competitive edge they've worked so hard to establish. Trading a player of this caliber would mean not just replacing an outfielder, but finding someone who can step in as an everyday starter with comparable skill, experience, and consistency, a challenge in any market. As the rumors continue to escalate, attention has also turned to potential trade partners and what they might offer. The Royals, for instance, have a mix of young talent and prospects, and while they are eager to transition into a more competitive phase, their ability to meet the Dodgers' expectations remains in question. Reports suggest that unless they are willing to part with top-tier prospects or younger players ready to contribute immediately, the trade may not align with the Dodgers' strategic goals. Dodgers management is in a unique position here. They have leverage due to the player's value, the control they retain under his current contract, and the potential for his continued impact in the coming seasons. Any negotiation would have to reflect this reality, and it seems likely that the Dodgers would prioritize acquiring multiple assets to maintain both the present and future strength of the roster. On the field, this player brings a combination of power and clutch performance that cannot be understated. His ability to hit home runs, drive in runs, and perform under pressure makes him indispensable in critical situations. While fielding metrics have been solid, it's his overall presence at the plate that drives the most conversation. Fans and analysts alike understand that replacing this level of production is a tall order. Even when evaluating defensive contributions, advanced statistics show positive impacts in the outfield, which adds another layer of consideration for the team. The Dodgers are known for meticulous roster construction, and any decision to move such a player would be weighed against both the immediate impact and the ripple effects across the lineup and pitching strategy. With the trade market becoming increasingly active, there's also the context of other veteran players who might be involved in discussions. The Dodgers' rotation, for example, has some intriguing pieces that could factor into potential deals. Young starters from other organizations might be considered in exchange, especially if the Dodgers see an opportunity to enhance their pipeline while maintaining competitiveness at the major league level. This balancing act between present success and future depth is at the heart of any trade negotiation. It's not just about losing a key contributor. It's about strategically acquiring players who can complement the roster while also considering contract control, development potential, and positional needs. For the Royals, the equation is slightly different. They are in a phase where they are transitioning from rebuilding to contending, and acquiring a player of this caliber would be a major step forward. However, the challenge for them is matching the Dodgers' valuation. Even if they can assemble a package of prospects and young talent, there remains the question of whether it is enough to sway the Dodgers. The dynamics of such a trade would also have to consider the balance of experience and potential on both sides. For Los Angeles, the goal is clear. Any trade must enhance the team's chances of sustained success without compromising their competitive edge. The storyline unfolding here is full of uncertainty, speculation, and high stakes. Fans are following every report, every comment, and every potential move because the implications are huge. If the Dodgers were to move this superstar, it would not just be a simple roster change. It would be a signal of a significant strategic shift. Yet, as much as trade rumors excite, the reality is that management is taking a cautious approach. The combination of player performance, contract terms, and the potential return from any deal creates a complex web of decisions that requires careful consideration. The balance between maximizing value and maintaining team cohesion is delicate, and it's one of the reasons why rumors continue to generate so much discussion without immediate resolution. From a fan's perspective, this is a roller coaster of anticipation. Every update sparks conversations about what could happen, how the team would adapt, and which players might be impacted. The Dodgers have always been a team that pursues excellence aggressively, but they also have a reputation for making calculated, strategic moves. The current chatter around trades, signings, and potential roster changes exemplifies that approach. There's a sense that while the offseason may be just beginning, the decisions being contemplated now will set the tone for months to come. Even looking at past seasons, the importance of this player's contributions cannot be overstated. Clutch hitting, consistent power numbers, and the ability to perform in pressure situations make him one of the pillars of the current roster. Metrics like batting average fluctuations over recent years tell part of the story, but the real impact is felt in critical moments when the team needs a hero at the plate. This is why any trade discussion carries so much weight. Dodgers management is fully aware that losing such a player would necessitate more than just a replacement. It would require a reevaluation of the team's offensive and defensive strategy, lineup construction, and long-term competitive positioning. In addition, the Dodgers' strategy involves more than just immediate trade considerations. The team's focus on developing and maintaining a strong farm system, evaluating young pitching talent, and balancing veteran presence on the roster all play into how potential trades are assessed. Even a high-profile player moving out of Los Angeles would have to align with the broader vision of sustaining a championship-caliber team. Reports of other roster moves, signings, and potential acquisitions add layers to this narrative, emphasizing that nothing in baseball happens in isolation. Every move is interconnected, and the Dodgers are navigating this landscape with a mix of caution, ambition, and long-term planning. Picking up from where we left off, the Dodgers' roster dynamics remain one of the hottest topics in baseball right now, especially with the trade talks surrounding one of their most reliable stars. While rumors swirl, it's important to understand the strategic layers at play here. Los Angeles is a team that has historically leveraged its position in the league to maximize value in trades, signings, and player development. When considering moving a key player, the front office is not just thinking about the immediate return, but also the long-term impact on the roster's balance. This is where the Royals come into the equation. The team from Kansas City is in a transitional phase, trying to shift from being a team focused on rebuilding toward one that can compete at a higher level. Acquiring a player with proven power, clutch hitting, and defensive reliability could accelerate their timeline, but it comes at a cost that the Dodgers are unlikely to accept lightly. From the Dodgers' perspective, there's a clear hierarchy of value. This player sits near the top because of his combination of offensive output, versatility in the outfield, and contract control. Even though there's been talk about moving him to left field next season, this doesn't diminish his importance. If anything, it highlights the team's intent to get the most out of his skill set while maintaining flexibility in the lineup. Defensive metrics indicate that he has been above average in his position, contributing positively to runs saved and overall fielding efficiency. On the hitting side, while averages have seen fluctuations, his power numbers and ability to deliver in crucial situations remain consistent. This dual value, both at the plate and in the field, makes any potential trade discussion highly complex. It is not just about filling a positional need, but about replacing a player who contributes in multiple dimensions to the team's success. The rumors of a blockbuster deal have sparked endless debate among fans and analysts alike. Many are speculating whether a trade could include a combination of young starters and high-level prospects from the Royals system. For Los Angeles, the idea would be to reinforce both the major league roster and the farm pipeline simultaneously. Even if a young starter is involved, the Dodgers are likely considering multiple factors: future potential, immediate readiness, and how this player fits into the overall pitching rotation. The rotation itself has several key contributors, and the addition of any new talent must enhance rather than disrupt the existing balance. The team's history of carefully managing pitcher workloads and developing talent internally suggests that they would only engage in such a trade if it aligns with a larger strategic vision. Meanwhile, the Royals face a different calculus. They have some intriguing prospects and young talent, but parting with top-tier players is always a delicate decision. If the Dodgers are asking for the likes of a top 5 or top 10 prospect, it represents a significant investment on Kansas City's part. The motivation for the Royals is clear. Adding a proven slugger could elevate their competitive profile and provide leadership both on and off the field. Yet, the question remains whether they are willing to meet the Dodgers' high expectations. The negotiations would likely involve multiple rounds of discussion, exploring every angle, from player performance and contract length to defensive versatility and future potential. In essence, the Royals must weigh the immediate benefits against the long-term cost, which is never a simple calculation. Looking at the broader picture, the Dodgers' approach to trades reflects a philosophy that prioritizes both control and competitive advantage. By holding leverage over a key player, they can dictate terms and maximize return. The organization understands that this player is not easily replaceable, either in the outfield or in terms of offensive output. His presence contributes to the team's identity, a mix of power, clutch performance, and reliable fielding. Even if a trade were theoretically possible, it would need to include multiple assets to maintain the team's competitive edge. This is a critical point that underscores why discussions are ongoing, but no definitive moves have been announced. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers are swirling around Los Angeles as the Dodgers reportedly secure a high-stakes addition to their bullpen, EMMANUEL CLASE. The flame-throwing closer, renowned for his devastating slider and uncanny ability to shut down games in the ninth inning, has reportedly landed in LA, and insiders suggest the move could redefine late-inning dynamics for the Dodgers. Clase's presence alone sends a ripple through the league. Opposing hitters now face the daunting prospect of trying to crack one of baseball's most feared closers when the stakes are highest. Sources close to the team hint that Clase wasted no time making his mark, immediately asserting himself in the ninth inning with his signature intensity. While specifics on contract terms remain under wraps, whispers indicate this signing represents a calculated push by the Dodgers to solidify the back end of their bullpen, a move that could signal championship ambitions well beyond this season. Clase's history of locking down games, often with electrifying strikeouts, has earned him a reputation not just as a closer, but as a psychological weapon against opponents who step up to the plate when the scoreboard is tight. The Dodgers fan base is already buzzing with speculation. Social media chatter is alive with predictions, ranging from Clase's potential role in high-pressure postseason moments to the ways in which his unique pitching arsenal could shift the Dodgers' strategy late in games. Analysts are quietly noting that adding Clase might not just shore up the ninth inning. It could alter managerial decisions throughout the roster, giving the Dodgers flexibility that other teams can only envy. Of course, as with any major acquisition, questions linger. How will Clase adjust to the bright lights of Los Angeles? Will the transition to a new league and stadium affect his performance? Those close to the team are quick to downplay concerns, pointing to Clase's proven track record of resilience and adaptability. Even among competitors, there's a sense that the Dodgers' bullpen, with Clase at the helm of the ninth inning, has suddenly become a formidable force. For now, all anyone can do is watch and speculate. But if early reports are anything to go by, the arrival of EMMANUEL CLASE in LA isn't just another roster move, it's a statement. The Dodgers, long known for their bold maneuvers, might just have found the missing piece that keeps the opposition on edge until the very last pitch. The league is paying attention, and fans are already holding their breath. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.